I would like to read for you poetry from one of my new books, Pheromemes, 2015-2017 show poems. It's filled with poems that I have read at features in Austin, Texas, and I'd like to share my poetry with you. This is Ultimate Connectivity, Aches and Pains. Had a really heavy workload. Months went by, the workload piled, the boyfriend was bringing me down. And I'd wake up every day in so much pain. Shoulders, elbow, back, and knees. The pain drove me to a doctor. And after the blood tests, they found nothing wrong, but they guessed it was arthritis, and they gave me really strong pills. They'd make me dizzy, they'd knock me out, but they didn't relieve the pain. So after 4 months, I got away. I got away from the work, got away from the boyfriend, enjoyed the fun and the sand, and felt at peace again. And that's when I decided I didn't need that medication. And I also didn't need that boyfriend. I could handle the work, so I didn't take the pills. And the aches and pains, they all went away. And it only happened when I brought peace back again. This is Ultimate Connectivity, how coffee can be relaxing. Every time I went back to my childhood getaway, every time I'd go for a walk, I felt like half the people knew me. You didn't feel afraid to say hello to strangers because everyone here was at home. Now, I don't drink coffee, I don't like the taste, and I don't need the caffeine. But when I was there, at what seemed like my own little retreat, I'd pour myself a really weak cup, sweeten it up with anything to replenish my sweet stock. And I'd sit at the table outside in my mornings to write, or I'd sit at the bench and I'd watch retired couples play round-robin doubles tennis. They'd ask me if I'd like to join them, but no. I was happy here with my insanely weak coffee that was just warm enough to warm my spirits and keep me company as I enjoyed the morning breeze and the connection I felt with everyone around me. This is Ultimate Connectivity, swimming with the fishes. Already in my wetsuit, I sat in the back seat of a car, itching to get into the water. The water at the bay in Oahu was amazingly blue, and all I wanted was to get in that water and swim with the fishes. And as soon as we got there, they warned me not to cross the coral reef in the water where the currents could take me out too far into the deep. So I nodded my head and went straight to the shore, and not too far in, a big old school of bright blue dinner plate-sized fish with bright yellow fins were there, and so I followed the fish, and after the fact, they told me that the first thing I did when I got in that water was to actually swim right past that coral reef in the water. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just swimming with the fishes. And on this day, the current didn't take me away, because the only thing that could take me away was not the currents, but the vibrant fish that let me share space, their space, with them. I wasn't there to invade their space. I just was there to swim with beautiful creatures and commune in a part of the world so few people could see and could ever even have the chance to enjoy. So, yeah, I'll cross that line. I'll do it again, just to swim with the fishes and connect with any life form I could possibly find. this is ultimate connectivity, forgetting fear and feeling free. Standing in the water, maybe 20 meters from the shoreline, I saw one sea lion facing off with another sea lion on the beach. In an effort to say that they were the beach master, one started to chase the other into the water to kick them off of their domain. Now, a sea lion can get up to 7 feet long, and when one male started chasing the other into the water, these giant animals were barreling straight toward me. But no, I wasn't scared. They weren't after me, so I stood perfectly still as one splashed past me on my left and the other splashed past me to my right. I think a few people at the beach were scared for me, but I was fine and went into the water and swam toward the row of sleeping white-tipped sharks along the ocean floor. I counted more than 24 and was stunned how perfectly these sharks remained so straight in a row when they slept. So, after seeing the sea, I swam back to shore and turned my eye to the sky. The frigate birds would swarm us humans hoping for leftover food, but I photographed flying finches and watched Nazca birds, both male and female, keeping their eggs warm before they would hatch. It's nice to see, when looking at creatures not like you and me, that we all can see that they may not be as scary as can be. But, like you and me, they are just living to be free. And when you look closely, that is really nice to see. This show poem I'd like to share with you is Zenith in the Night Sky. Once we were sitting outside looking at the night sky. There were no towns around us for at least 40 miles, and there was not a single cloud in the sky. It was absolutely amazing. We could see the Milky Way very clearly, and we could easily see so many constellations. I've never seen that many stars in my life. After staring at the zenith of the night sky for a while, someone finally spoke. "Looking up at these stars, doesn't it make you feel so insignificant?" My eyes must have been saucers, looking up at the night sky with a grin I couldn't remove from my face. Not at all. I could never think that. "How could you not?" he asked. And I told him that I can't look at my life as insignificant. If I did, I wouldn't want to excel in life, and I'd have no reason to continue. Because the line, "Doesn't it make you feel so insignificant?" sounds like it should be followed by the line, "Doesn't it make you feel so worthless?" And I cannot function that way. The night sky is so inherently beautiful. The night sky is so aesthetically pleasing. I look at these stars and I fall in love. I look at these stars and think that this is science. We could learn from this. I love to see the constancy of the stars in the night sky. These are the same stars I saw when I was a child in my lifelong love of astronomy. I love the understanding we gain from our world by studying outer space and other planets and stars and galaxies. And I love the fact that I am on one of those planets, and that I have this ability, this unique opportunity to be a part of this scientific love affair. But then it occurred to me, traveling around the Earth to see the sights is one thing, but what about up there? I know that I can't afford a flight to outer space, but why not maybe take a trip toward the Arctic Circle and see the Aurora Borealis? So we made our plans, stayed at a bed and breakfast in Fairbanks, Alaska with windowsills 18 inches deep because of the needed insulation. And we even sang at a few sets at Ivory Jack's because the best time of night to see the Aurora Borealis was about 1:30 in the morning, long after our concert ended. Yes, it was bitter cold, and I was all bundled up, but I really didn't care. I'd take pictures anyway, even though no photo could emulate the dancing solar wind in our magnetosphere colliding into our atmosphere. But with that collision, what a light show it makes. One man who lived for years in Alaska shared with me that he told his family that he would leave here when he lost his love for the Aurora Borealis. I know exactly what he means.